What's up, Reben Preview Sports fans? It's Noah Diebler, host of Puckin Around on Reben Preview, and resident Falcons fan, talking about the Kirk Cousins signing, 4 years, $180 million contract with the Falcons, $100 million guaranteed, $90 million the first 2 years. So, in my opinion, Kirk Cousins was probably my top choice for a free agent quarterback. I wasn't sure if they would consider trading up to maybe get a guy in the top three like a Drake May or Jaden Daniels, but I never really thought that was realistic. I thought if they wanted to go for a free agent, they had a couple interesting choices. Cousins was one of them. I also heard him getting linked to Russell Wilson and Baker Mayfield before he signed his extension with the Bucs. But out of those choices, Kirk Cousins was probably my favorite because you know what you're getting with him. He's 35 years old, which is, I think it's a little concerning they gave him 4 years because of that. But, barring injury or a massive decline in the next couple of years, you know exactly what you're going to get from him from probably at least the next 2 years, which is 4,000-plus yards, 25 to 30 passing touchdowns, and around 10 interceptions. That's probably what you're going to get most of the time with Kirk Cousins. Whereas I think with a guy like Russell Wilson, I loved Russell Wilson back in the day, but I'll be honest, I think he's kind of past it at this point. I think Baker, I really liked what I saw from last season, but I don't know about committing to him long term after he had that, comeback player of the year worthy season he had, even though he didn't win the award. I think Flacco won it. But he's had his struggles over his career. And another guy that Falcons fans were really high on was Justin Fields. I'll be honest, I've never been a big Justin Fields fan. Don't get me wrong, I think he's very athletic. He's a great runner. But I have concerns. I think he's a bit inconsistent in the passing game. And he's not a free agent. You'd have to trade some picks to get him. So besides, trying to get some rookie quarterback, maybe trade up, Kirk Cousins was probably my top guy. It is a massive contract. I mean, $45 million AAV. But $90 million of that $100 million guaranteed is the first 2 years. So it does make me a little less concerned about the 4-year contract. I was surprised when I saw it was 4 years. I was hoping it'd be 2 or 3. Because in my opinion, Kirk Cousins, I don't think he's elite by any means, but I think he's been very, very solid for a long time. And I think for a quarterback that can hold the reins for the Falcons for, around 2 years, I'd say, keep them at a respectable level, because honestly, the Falcons were actually pretty decent last year. Their defense was much better. They had the weapons on offense. It's just they had no quarterback play. Desmond Ridder and Taylor Heinicke were just absolutely awful. So if they can just get steady quarterback play from Kirk Cousins, which I think they will for at least the first 2 years probably of his contract, that'll put them up a level, and hopefully it can kind of keep them at a respectable level until they can draft a quarterback a couple years from now, because obviously Kirk Cousins is not a long-term guy. He's 35. You need to still think about getting your quarterback of the future at some point, because it's not on the roster right now. But I think for the next 2 years, in a weak division where the Bucs were able to win it, Kirk Cousins can potentially help the Falcons win the division. Now, past that in the playoffs, I have no idea. But for the next couple years, for a solid stopgap, solid quarterback, I think Kirk Cousins is probably the best option they could get. So we'll see what happens. I'm cautiously optimistic, but it is still the Falcons, so got to temper expectations a little bit. But for right now, expensive contract. 4 years is definitely probably longer than I would have liked, but he is the quarterback I wanted the most from free agency. So hopefully he does well. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you guys think about Kirk Cousins signing the Atlanta Falcons? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Are you kind of mixed on it? Let me know, and I'll see you next time.